All right, guys, we're going to be talking about this viral video that is really, really eye-opening. Now, if you are on the left, you need to watch this. Even if you're on the right, you need to watch this because we got a black pastor that has went viral, and boy, he has hammered the wokeness that's been going on in schools. Boy. Now, I did a previous video on a black pastor that came out and slammed Joe Biden for the terrible job that he's doing. But hey, you guys wanted him. You guys got him. And when Joe Biden got installed, you know, the wokeness really went out of control. It was actually there before. And boy, we got to get control of our institutions, especially the school system. The school system is overrun with leftists and Marxists. And this is why you're seeing transgenderism in school. This is why you're seeing rainbow flags in school. This is why your kids are leaving school and they're dumber than ever. Let's just be clear about that. I mean, China is kicking our butt when it comes to school. While your teachers with blue and green hair are teaching the gay BCs in school, China is teaching advanced calculus to kids. This is how far we are behind when it comes to the government-run education system. Let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. Black pastor crucifies school over diversity and inclusion agenda. Grooming children to be the next pervert. He actually did say that, folks. He was not holding back. Now, every time I hear diversity, inclusion, and equity is the major word that I have a problem with because that is a Marxist word. I mean, equity, they want equal outcomes instead of equal opportunity, which means you really don't have to work for anything. And everyone should actually want to work for something. I do not feel like a man if I don't actually have to work for what I got. I do not feel like a man. But the school system is out there preaching equity. And this is where Marxism comes from, folks. But let's watch this clip here. This pastor here drops the truth on the left on Joe Biden because Joe Biden wants your kids to go out there and be indoctrinated into this stuff. The fake pastor in Georgia, also, by the way, Raphael Warnock. Yeah, they need to watch this. So let's go ahead and roll it, guys.
The last name is Amanchukwu.
Thank you very much for correcting me, Mr. Amanchukwu.
Yes, no problem. It means I know God.
They probably got triggered when he said God.
Luke chapter 17:2 says that it's better for a person to have a millstone tied around their neck and to be thrown into the sea than for anyone to harm or damage a child. And so the question today to the school board is, only you know whether or not your role, the policies, the curriculum, and the things that you allow in this school system in Wake County, only you know whether or not a millstone is tied around your neck. The reality is this: God is going to judge every last one of you for decisions that are made on behalf of children. You know, this past year we spent $1 million on a diversity office. And how did that benefit Black children? How did it benefit children in general? Well, 78% of 3rd through 8th grade Black students are not proficient in math in Wake County.
How many times have I actually said that, guys, about the kids are not learning anything in school? Now, I don't know necessarily about Wake County, but I'm talking about the country in general. And this pastor here is dropping the truth right here.
We're wasting taxpayer dollars putting money towards this diversity office that's not benefiting those who need it the most. 66% of 3rd through 8th grade students are not proficient in reading. Black students.
66%. That is embarrassing.
Students. They're not reading on grade level. They're not performing mathematically, and they're not going to be able to get jobs in the fields like STEM. But we're wasting money on a diversity, equity, and inclusion office while we are failing black students in the name of diversity. You know, in the Jim Crow era, black students were locked out of the public school system. But today they are trapped in. And many of these students need options. They need school choice. They need the opportunity to take their taxpayer dollars and take it to school systems that will benefit them and support them and educate them. And as we talk about inclusion and making sure that the trans student feels comfortable and the queer student feels comfortable, what does that have to do with reading, writing, and arithmetic? As we are teaching cultural Marxism and grooming children to be the next pervert, we are damaging our kids in this public school system, and it needs to stop.
Wow. I have nothing else to add what this pastor said. He is right on the money. Cultural Marxism. They want to turn your little boys into little girls. You know, we've heard many times about toxic masculinity. No, you know what that really means? That is just means a man being a man, and leftists are triggered by men being men. They don't want your little boys to actually grow up and be men. They want to put your little boys in high heels. And he even mentioned it right here. Training them to be the next pervert. He's not wrong about this. He is absolutely not wrong about this. You see, folks, Young Ripper actually said this, guys. The diversity, equity, and inclusion, he said that's a fake job. It's right. And believe it or not, guys, they're starting to have college degrees for diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yeah, that is not a real degree. It's a fake job. You can do nothing with that. It's nothing more than a virtue signal, folks. That is all it is. And Marxism is running rampant through our school system. From elementary school, probably even preschool, all the way up through our institutions of higher learning. PhDs. This is how to get them, folks. But it needs to stop. And it starts actually in the public school system. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.